I am Michelle Ann Sebastian Obrero, your presenter for today. I am now presenting to you the Region 8, Eastern Visayas. Here are some provinces of Region 8: Biliran, Eastern Samar, Samar, Northern Samar, Leyte, and Southern Leyte. Eastern Visayas is an administrative region in the Philippines, designated as Region 8, consists of three main islands: Samar, Leyte, and Biliran. The province known for Region 8, also known as Eastern Visayas Region, lies in the easternmost border of the Philippine archipelago. Its two main islands, Leyte and Samar, are connected by San Juanico Bridge, the second longest bridge in Southeast Asia. The region featured prominently in the Philippine history. As we move on to the history, Eastern Visayas or Region 8 is composed of the main islands of Leyte, Biliran, and Samar, joined by the famous 2.7 kilometers by San Juanico Steel Bridge, Leyte-Samar. Spanning across the San Juanico Strait, it is composed of 6 provinces, namely Leyte, Southern Leyte, Biliran, Samar or Western Samar, Eastern Samar, and Northern Samar. When we go to location, Eastern Visayas, or the region designated as Region 8 of the Philippines, is one of the many regions of the archipelago that, like the others, exhibit huge potential in terms of its culture, geography, and resources. The region is consisted of the 6 provinces of Biliran, Eastern Samar, Leyte, Northern Samar, Samar, Southern Leyte, the independent component city of Ormoc, and the highly urbanized city of Tacloban, which is considered as the region's administrative center. In order to fully understand the totality of this region, many aspects should be looked at, such as its geographical location, geographical features, economy, and socio-demographic profile. From this, we can draw conclusions on how the region's geography affects its current state. Tourist attraction. Boracay. Boracay is a small island in the central Philippines. It's known for its resorts and beaches. Along the west coast, White Beach is backed by palm trees, bars and restaurants. On the east coast, strong winds make Bulabog Beach a hub for water sports. Nearby, the observation deck on Mount Luho offers panoramic views over the island. Offshore, coral reefs and shipwrecks are home to diverse marine life. Bantayan Island. Bantayan Island is an island located in the Visayan Sea, Philippines. It is situated to the west of the northern end of Cebu Island. Across the Tanyan Strait, according to the 2015 census, it has a population of 120,447. Chocolate Hills. The Chocolate Hills are the geological formation in the Bohol province of the Philippines. There are at least 1,260 hills, but there may be as many as 1,776 hills spread over an area of more than 50 square kilometers. They are covered in green grass that turns brown during dry seasons, hence the name. As we go to festivals, these were the Buyogan Festival of Abuyog, the Linganay Festival of Alang-alang, and the Karatong Festival of Dulag. Meanwhile, in Ormoc City, they celebrate every October the Tugab Festival, which is the Visayan word for abundant or bountiful. As we go to delicacies, among the region's native delicacies are binagol, sweet root crop inside molded in coconut shell; moron, a mix of sticky rice and cocoa wrapped in banana leaves; pastillas, candy made from carabao's milk; suman, a combination of white and brown glutinous rice; smoked fish, roscas, cookies, and chocolate tablets. Here are some pictures of delicacies. As we move on to culture and tradition, it has no land border with another region and is separated from the southern part of Luzon by San Bernardino Strait and from the northeastern part of Mindanao by the Surigao Strait. The availability of vast lands, Its wet climate and a number of watersheds, which provide water for irrigation facilities, support the region's agricultural productivity, consists of 5 districts, 3 cities, 40 municipalities, and 1,641 barangays. Southern Leyte State University, with 5 extension campuses, is the only state university in the province of Southern Leyte. Inuktitut. The Inuit language has 5 main dialects in Canada. Inuvialuktun, Inuvialut region in the Northwest Territories. Iniknaktun West Nunavut, the top 5 projects that are way behind its scheduled completion timetable are being implemented by the regional offices of National Irrigation Administration or NIA and the Department of Public Works and Highways or DPWH. These projects consist of roads, bridges, and irrigation system with allocation ranging from 20 million pesos to 200 million pesos. Berber influence is the most prominent in a wide range of activities and way of life of the Moroccan people. Northern Samar and Eastern Samar experience this type of climate. Despite in the mountainous terrain, Biliral's economy is primarily agricultural, with about 55% of its total land area used for agriculture. Eastern Samar, 4,340 square kilometers. This region is also visited frequently by typhoons originating from the Pacific Ocean. The slow and inefficient pace of government relief operations. In fact, studies show that 1 in every 3 families in the region is poor. When we go to geographic location, Tacloban was also one of the fastest growing cities in the Philippines with poverty incidence at approximately 9% and rank 5 among the most competitive cities. Eastern Visayas lies on the east-central section of the Philippine archipelago. Moreover, it became the capital of the Philippines for about 4 months back in 1944. Limasawa in southern Leyte were the first recorded blood compact between Raja Colombo and Magellan, was held and is considered to be the birthplace of Roman Catholicism in the Philippines. Its other major crops include palay, sugarcane, and banana. Region 8 Eastern Visayas home. Region 8 Eastern Visayas. Eastern Visayas or Region 8 is one of the 2 regions of the Philippines having no land border with another region, Mimaropa being the other. Type 4 climate is similar to Type 2 as both do not have dry seasons. Southern Leyte, 1,734.8 square kilometer. The region is blessed with a numerous tourist attraction. The name is an acronym that stands for the region's 4 provinces of one of its cities, South Cotabato, Sultan Kudarat, Sarangani, and General Santos City. There are about 60 different festivals are in Eastern Visayas, and each of them is designated to add color to an occasion and to wow the spectators. This has created a diverse cultural mix in the central region of the country, while the Prior and the Eastern Maritime region have stabilized ethnically and culturally. The Eastern Visayas State University is slated as a state university with 5 extension campuses. This type of climate is well exhibited at the western half of Leyte Island and some portion of Samar, which covered the municipality of Motion up to San Isidro and northern Samar. A former sub-province of Leyte, Biliran became a regular province on May 11, 1992 after the plebiscite in accordance with RA 7160 was conducted in November 2013. The region was struck with the highest death toll in the nation by Super Typhoon Haiyan, the second deadliest typhoon ever to violently hit the Philippines. The northern portion of Leyte is extensively flat, while its southern and southwestern areas are the mountainous. The music of the Waray people are mostly ballads. Still, geothermal exploration is ongoing in the nearby province of Biliran. As seen above, Eastern Visayas rank as the 3rd poorest region in the country based on its poverty incidence data in 2012. Its mineral deposits include chromite, uranium in Samar, gold, silver, manganese, magnesium, bronze, nickel, clay, coal, limestone, pyrite and sand, and gravel. Typhoons frequently hit the region along with the Bicol region as the most typhoon-prone parts of the Philippines. The two provinces were politically separated in 1768. The Republic of the Philippines was named the Filipinas to honor King Philip II of Spain in 1543. Population 2010, the region's average annual family expenditure is the third lowest in the country in 2012 and is about 132,000 pesos. There are substantial forest reserves in the interior of the islands. After leaving Landrones Islands, it traveled further to the west side Zamay, an island 300 leagues. 1 league is equal to 3 miles from Landrones and is now known as Samar Island. The elevation of the region ranges from less than 100 to more 1,000 meters. It consists of 3 main islands, Samar, Leyte, and Biliran. The native languages of Eastern Visayas are Eastern Visayas, consists of 6 provinces, 1 highly urbanized city, 1 independent component city, 5 component cities, 136 municipalities, and 4,390 barangays. Eastern Visayas is primarily an agricultural region with rice, corn, coconut, sugarcane, and banana as its major crops. The Philippine Islands was the name used before independence. Mila's youngest son, Reynolds Michael Tan, is vying for the mayoral post of Catbalogan City. Agricultural, there is no official language of the United States according to the U.S. government. The region has 6 provinces, 12 districts, 7 cities, 136 municipalities, and 4,390 barangays. The stampede is one of Canada's biggest traditions as over 1 million people from around the world visit every year. Crystal Castro source, farming and fishing are the main livelihood. With abundance of the river system, the region has potential in hydroelectric production. Hans Alejandria, the region is the second biggest producer of coconut and abaca. Being in the eastern part of the archipelago, facing the Pacific Ocean is the primary cause of the wet climate prevailing in the region. Then, it became even stronger, was ultimately labeled tropical storm, and was given the name Haiyan. Delay in government projects employment 2015 change. You are commenting using your Twitter account 4221. There are 902 families in the region. Trivia. Did you know that there are 62 species of bamboo? Did you also know that kawayan, tinik, giant bamboo, bolo, and buho are the top 4 species that can be found in Region 8? Today, the Department of Trade and Industry is conducting a value chain analysis and upgrading workshop for Region 8 bamboo industry. This activity is enjoyed by the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, various stakeholders to jumpstart in localizing the Region 8 bamboo industry value chain map. This event ought to increase awareness, localize and validate the Philippine National Industry Bamboo Development Road. DTI would want to prioritize addressing the industry's challenges and in order to maximize its opportunities, according to the Mr. Jofil Pedrita of Samaritan Spurs, there are more than 39,000 bamboo seedlings planted in the northern barangays of Tacloban City through their livelihood program that can comprise a chunk of the industry in the near future. Bamboo is a compromising industry as it finds its potential market of public educational facilities, home style and wearables including high-value luxury furniture. At the end of this, the department will want to see a quick wins action plan that will lead to a grid vision and long-term goals for the bamboo industry in the region.
Hello everyone, I am Angelica S. Obra and I will discuss the province of Biliran. Province of Biliran. Biliran is one of the smallest provinces in the Philippines and it is located in the Eastern Visayas region. An island province, Biliran lies just a few kilometers north of the island of Leyte. Its capital is Naval and for time, Biliran was part of the province of Leyte until it became independent in 1992. Biliran has a total land area of 536.1 square kilometers, 206.95 square miles, making it the fourth smallest province in the Philippines. The island lies off the northern coast of Leyte Island across Biliran Strait. To the southeast is Carigara Bay. To the northeast is the Samar Sea, and across the sea is the Samar. To the west is Visayan Sea, and Masbate lies 30 kilometers, 19 miles to the northwest. The province is composed of two major volcanic islands. The main island, also named Biliran, and Maripipi, a smaller island to the northwest. Other smaller islands include Higatangan and Dalutan. Here are the brief history of Biliran province. In the early Spanish chronicles, history in Biliran Island was known as Isla de Panamao, referring to its northernmost mountain, which was an eruptive volcano described in 1668 manuscripts of Jesuit Father Francisco Alsina. Other accounts also describe the islands as shipyard during the Spanish period. The earliest written mention of the name Biliran Island was made around 1685, the name Biliran referring to a native grass called Boro Biliran, which abounds in the area. It was theorized that cataclysmic eruptions of Mount Panamao in 1669 has prompted the change of name into Isla de Biliran, probably influenced by a folk belief of name switching, which was supposed to appease the evil spirits believed to have caused the eruption. The municipality of Biliran was formally established the year 1878. It is the historical center and gateway to Biliran Island as well as to the northern municipalities of Leyte province. Culture and traditions of Biliran province. First is the amulets. A key and 3 medallions, all of bronze, are said to belong to Padre Inocentes Garcia, who founded the naval pueblo on Biliran Island in 1850. They are among the amulets hanging from permanent waist belt of a 105-year-old tambalan. The photo was taken October 2, the Fiesta of Naval. Second one is the orasyon. An orasyon code said to be intended for an emergency situation is one of the 3 such codes written in red ink Ruperto Pintong Garcia booklet. I saw somewhere in initial pages the common orasyon Sator Arepo Tenet Operat Rotas. This one, written in 5 lines on walls of some houses in the rural areas, can be read horizontally and vertically. Delicacies. Suman is Naval New Pride. The lowly traditional delicacy from Naval Biliran, locally known as suman, has become a new pride for Navaleños, recently bought as pasalubong, treat or special dessert or snack item in different occasions. Way of living. The economy of Biliran is largely based on fishing. Most of its towns, especially Naval and Biliran, have excellent seafood. Trivia. The known volcanic eruption in Biliran in 1669, 18 and 1939 present a patterns that such event occurs in the islands every 130 years ago. So here are the 3 tourist spots in Biliran that are worth to visit. First is the Cauca Bryce Terraces. The Cauca Bryce Terraces in Almeria are just one of the many smaller versions of the more popular Banawe Rice Terraces found in Biliran. Maybe it's not comparable to the majestic rice terraces of Ifugao, but Cauca is still worth seeing because of its wide and gently sloping landscape. This man-made attraction is situated in Barangay Caucab, Almeria. Other rice terraces that can be found in the town of Almeria are situated in Barangay Iyusan, Sampao, and Salamon. The second one is the Tinago Falls. Tinago Falls in Caibiran. Tinago Falls is one of the best attractions offered by the province of Biliran. It is simply a hidden paradise worth discovering. The name Tinago is a Visayan term for a hidden which fits the place. The hypnotic waterfalls blend perfectly with nature as its cold waters cascades beautifully in breathtaking scenery. Other waterfalls that can be found in Biliran are Kasyawan Falls in Kabukbayan, Bagongbong Falls and Ulan-Ulan Falls in Alipay. Last is the Mainit Hot Spring. Mainit Hot Spring in Caibiran, also located in municipality of Caibiran. The Mainit Hot Spring is a popular tourist attraction. The hot spring is known for its healing powers where tourists can take a relaxing dip in the natural pool and relieve the muscles pain. Mainit Hot Spring warm water is also good in alleviating rheumatism, skin allergies, and arthritis. Festival in Biliran. Hudyaka Festival. Hudyaka Festival is one of the highlights of Biliran Provincehood anniversary on every 11th of May. The festival is a celebration of Biliranios and endeavors as one people with Hudyaka or merriment. It showcases the various festival of its components municipality.
Good day everyone, I am Eliza Mirpagaduan from Bshm 1A and I will present to you the province of Eastern Samar. Eastern Samar is a province in the Philippines located in Eastern Visayas region. Its capital is the city of Borongan. Eastern Samar occupies the eastern portion of the island of Samar. Borongan City, the provincial capital, is approximately 550 air kilometers southeast of Manila and around 65 air kilometers northeast of Tacloban City, the regional capital. Eastern Samar has a total land area of 4,617.2 square kilometers, of which are classified as agricultural land, subdivided into 22 municipalities and 1 city. 20 of these are located along the coast, while 2 are inland municipalities. The interior part of the province is rough, hilly, covered with dense tropical vegetation. The total population of the province is 467,106. Eastern Samar is a province forming the eastern part of Samar Island in the Philippines. Being on the east coast, the province boasts spectacular high waves from the Pacific Ocean, making it ideal for surfing. Historians believe that the first land mass in the Philippines, spotted by Spanish explorer Ferdinand Magellan and his crew, was Eastern Samar. On March 16, 1521, they landed in Homonhon Island, now part of Guian Municipality. On June 19, 1965, Eastern Samar was created as a regular province by the virtue of Republic Act 4221. The law that split the huge Samar province into 3 provinces. In that same year, Felipe J. Abrigo was elected as the first representative of the independent province to the Philippines Congress. The couple who dances the Cucaracha are showered with money by the people around them. The belief is that the more money showered upon them, the more blessing will come their way. The culture is basically Visayan.
Farming and fishing are the main livelihood. In the intercropping season, from land preparation up to post-harvest, the farmers perform rituals invoking the nature spirits and ancestral spirits for a good harvest. This is also complemented by Christian customs as the recitation of novenas. Fisher folk likewise ask permission from the water spirits for safety at sea and a good catch. The population of the province is majority Waray. Less than 3% of the household population belongs to other ethnicity. Delicacies of province of Eastern Samar, kinilaw, salukara, and tamales. Kinilaw is a pretty Filipino native popular dish
with dozens of variations across the regions. It's often referred to as Filipino ceviche, made of any type of raw ingredients and vinegar. In summer, they usually use fish, onions, tomatoes, pepper, calamansi, sukang tuba, and kakanggata. A more adventurous version of the dish is one that uses shark's meats, which is popular among travelers in Catbalogan. Sa lukara from Eastern Samar is a cross between bibingka and a pancake, with hints of puto. It uses essentially the same ingredients as well: rice flour, water, sugar, but swap yeast for tuba, palm wine instead. It's fairly easy to cook too, just like your favorite morning staple. Just oil a pan and heat a ladle full of the mixture for about 5 minutes. Tamales Tomos. Summer's tamales is distinctly spicy and nutty. It's made with rice flour, pork belly, vinegar, pepper, and garlic. It's covered in a thick peanut sauce and sealed away with a banana leaf. Get it fresh from Catbalogan City. For our trivia, did you know the town of Balangiga in Eastern Samar is known as the site where Balangiga massacre took place in 1901 during the Philippine-American War? It was estimated that 48 were killed, 22 were wounded from the 78th American soldiers on that morning when the Filipino soldiers attacked the American forces. As a revenge following the massacre, the three church bells of Balangiga Church were taken away by the U.S. soldiers. The church bell is significant as it signaled the surprise attack. After 117 years, the Balangiga bells are now back in the province. Homonhon Island. The tiny island of Homonhon was where Ferdinand Magellan and his men first set foot on Philippine soil on March 16, 1521, on their way to conquer the country for the West. Viewing of historic Magellan plaque is available in the area, which is located southeast of Guian, 60 nautical miles from Tacloban. Sohotan Cave. The large cave characterized by a natural rock formation was where the old folks used to hide during the Pulahan days. Land travel to Sohotan Cave takes about 5 to 10 minutes via the exotic jeepney or tricycle from Borongan town proper. Amandaraga Falls is the top tourist destination in Lawaan, Eastern Samar. This majestic waterfall has an artistic rock formation on the side. The cool and pressure of the falling crystal clear water is the perfect for body massage. Carayapan Festival Blessed Virgin Mother, March 16 Eastern Samar, a colorful festival depicting how the early Guian townsfolk enjoyed nature bounties, rich marine life, fertile land, verdant forests. It is also a thanksgiving to their patrons, the Blessed Virgin Mother.
Good day everyone, my name is Richard Ivanes Pumpa from Bshm 1A and I'm here to present to you Northern Samar. In here is my presentation contents. First is introduction, second history of the province, third culture and tradition, fourth people of Northern Samar, fifth is language spoken, delicacies and way of living, trivia, tourist spots, and last is festival. First, we have introduction. Northern Samar Province is one of the three provinces comprising Samar Island. It is bounded by the Pacific Ocean on the east, the San Bernardino Strait on north, Samar Sea on the west, and the Samar and Eastern Samar provinces on the south. It is 733 kilometers away from Manila by land. Its total landmass is 349,800 hectares, of which about 52% is covered by forest, 42% is classified as alienable and disposable. The terrain is very rugged with low-lying river valleys and hills crossing one another. The province falls under the intermediate type climate which has no distinct dry and wet season. The province is composed largely of low and extremely rugged and small lowland areas. It is also a small and discontinuous area along the coast and rivers, usually accompanied by alluvial plains in the valleys. The province is endowed with a relatively rich and fertile soil that most crops can grow to. Next is history of the province. In 1614, the Jews established mission residents in Palapag among Ibabaw populace. The missionaries stayed until the late 17th century when they were expelled from the Philippines in 1768 and were replaced by the Franciscans. As the San Bernardino Strait was a long route of Spanish galleons plying between Manila and Apulco, Mexico, a royal port established in Palapag, where richly laden Manila galleons were protected from unfathomable winds and troubled seas. In the early of 16th century, shipbuilders were drafted from Palapag to Cavite shipyard for construction of galleon of vessels for conservation of defense of the island. It was also this time that these recruits ignite the Sumonary insurrection which signaled the general uprising against Spain in the Visayas and Mindanao. The insurrection simultaneously flared northward to Albay and southward to northern coast of Mindanao, and then Cebu. It took over a year before Spaniards were able to subdue the rebellion. Later in 1898, when the Americans landed on the beach of Catarman, they organized a revolutionary army led by General Vicente Lucban, who fought the invaders armed with cannons and rifles on bolos and paltiks. Although defeated, they however continued to harass the Americans through guerrilla warfare. During World War II, the people of Northern Samar organized a platoon of volunteers supported by voluntary contributions. The contingent became part of the Philippine National Guards in Manila. The province also helped the government by purchasing considerable amount of bond floated to finance the National Commission of Independence, then organized by Manuel L. Quezon, after a coalition of Nacionalista and Demokrata parties were formed. Next, we have culture and tradition. Many waray-waray tradition can be traced to pre-colonial times. For example, the Kuratsa dance is a very popular traditional dance of waray-waray. It makes social gatherings, especially weddings. It is very common throughout summer. The couple who dances the Kuratsa are showered with money by the people around them. Next, we have people of Northern Samar. The population of Northern Samar in the 2015 census was 632,379 people, with a density of 170 inhabitants per square kilometers or 440 inhabitants per mile. The people of Northern Samar were previously called Ibabaonon or Likoys. There are predominantly Waray-Waray or Waray. The people of Eastern Visayas or Samar Leyte region to distinguish themselves from the Westhanon or Estahanon. When Samar Island was split into three provinces in 1965, and the Liteños, they now call themselves as Ninorte Samareño or Nortehanon. They are primarily speaking in Waray-Waray, which is the main lingua franca of the province. Bicolano inhabitant coming from the neighboring provinces of Sorsogon and the Masbate are also common at Northern Samar. Languages spoken in Northern Samar. Speaking of Waray is 632 and 379, Cebuano is 14,436, and Abaknon is about 10,668. Next, we have delicacies. Northern Samar food specialty dishes mainly consist of seafood like crab on steak, grilled tuna, sinigang na bangus, and chicken adobo cooked with tender twist by Northern Samar people. And the way of living is, its majority industries are agriculture, fishery, and handicraft production. The agriculture includes rice and vegetable farming, cattle raising, banana and peanut plantation, and oil manufacturing. The fishery consists of deep-sea fishing, prawn and agar culture, and freshwater fish culture. The handicraft production comprises furniture manufacturing, hat and mat, weaving, bricks making, and soap processing. Trivia: it ranks 33rd in size among 80 provinces of the Philippines and accounts of practically 1.2% of the local land area of the country. Tourist spots in northern Samar. Viii Island Rock Formation. Viii Island Rock Formation are among the list of incredible tourist spots in northern Samar, situated Viii Island of the northern shore of mainland. This destination is composed of 7 gigantic rock formations, namely Magasang, Magsapad, Makadlaw, Puhunan, Belat, and Karanas, and Pinahawan. These are stunning sights of behold explore coined as the place of the battle of gods formed waves. Snorkeling, scuba diving, and surfing are also best things to do here. This site is 20 minutes boat ride away from mainland. Viii Island rock formation are located in Viii, northern Samar. Second is Pink Beach. Pink Beach is one of the most beautiful and remarkable beaches in the country, tucked in the eastern side of Sila Island in the province of Northern Samar. The pink sand beach is actually composed of tiny fragments of red corals and shells mixed with a creamy white sand. Locals hat is that it's of full glory during summer and the sun is up, creating a beautiful sight of a pink sand beach. The alluring emerald seawater and the beach teeming with corals and fishes good for swimming and snorkeling. Most visitors come here on day tour, but overnight camping is also allowed. Pink Beach is situated in Sila Island, San Vicente, Northern Samar. Third, we have Busay Falls. Busay Falls is one of the most popular tourist spots in northern Samar. The unique falls is about 50 meters high that drops between two huge steep walls of interesting rock formation down very deep plunge pool. The smooth and flat stone surface on the walls near the cascading falls serve as resting or cliff diving point of the adventurous visitors. The area is surrounded with lush greenery and huge boulders along the bank. Swimming and cliff jumping on deep natural pool and refreshing water are the best things to do in here. The falls is about 2 kilometers away from the town proper. Busay Waterfalls is located in San Isidro, Northern Samar. Northern Samar Festival. Embajada Festival. The Embajada Festival is celebrated every second week of January in Catarman and Catubig, Northern Samar. The festival remembers the conflict between Christians and Muslims that was brought about the Spanish occupation. The celebration is highlighted with the fluvial procession. Again, this is Richard Ivanes Pumpa from Bshm 1A. Thank you for listening.
Good day, everyone. I am Eliza Marie Pageduan from BSHM 1A, and I will present to you the province of Samar. Samar Island lies southeast of Luzon. It occupies the northernmost section of Eastern Visayas of Region 8. The province of Samar occupies the southwestern part of Samar Island. It has the largest land area, 559,100 has, among the three provinces, which constitute 42% of the island's total land area and 26% of Region 8. The San Juanico Bridge connects Samar to the province of Leyte. On the south is across the San Juanico Strait. It is bounded on the north by northern Samar, on the east by eastern Samar, on the south by Leyte Gulf, and on the west by the Samar Catbalogan City. The provincial capital is 107 kilometers from Tacloban City, the regional capital of Eastern Visayas. Prior to the coming of the Spaniards in 1596, Samar Island was called in different names, Samal Ibabaw or Kibabaw Tandaya. Legend says that when the Spaniards arrived in Homonhon Island, they met a wounded man and asked the name of the place. He replied Samad, which implies of what had happened to him for he did not understand Spanish. So the word Samad was adapted with an alternation in the last letter from D to R. In the early days of Spanish occupation, Samar and Leyte Island were under the jurisdiction of Cebu. In 1735, Samar and Leyte were separated from Cebu and declared into one province with Cariga, Leyte as the capital. Consequently, during the Spanish-American colonial period, Samar was separated from Leyte and declared as a province in 768 with Catbalogan as the provincial capital. On June 19, 1965, RA 4221 was passed by Congress dividing Samar Island into 3 provinces. Northern Samar with Catarman as capital, Eastern Samar, Borogan as capital, and Western Samar with Catbalogan as capital. A subsequent legislation passed on June 21, 1969, RA 5650 changed the title Western Samar to simply Samar. Many of Samar's members share an interest in art and culture. Some members paint, some write, some play music, while others find their own ways of expressing themselves creatively. Because we share common daily tasks, most people have leisure time to pursue hobbies and avocations, whatever their usual workday jobs. Samar is a friendly place. The kibbutz is small. Everybody knows everybody else. Social interactions of all kinds are easier and more common than in a big city. For our trivia, Samar was the first island of the Philippines sighted by a Spanish expedition led by Ferdinand Magellan. He sighted it on 16 March 1521, having sailed there from the Mariana Islands. Realizing he had arrived at an archipelago, he charted the islands and called them San Lazaro, Saint Lazarus in English, because they were sighted on Lazarus Saturday. Delicacies of province of Samar, Binagol, Binukuhang Pansit, and Baduya. Binagol, famous in Samar, especially in Calbiga and Leyte, comes in a coconut shell that houses a mixture of talyan, a cousin of taro or gabi, glutinous rice, and coconut milk. Some variation add nuts, egg yolk, chocolate, latik, and butter to add more flavor. Binukuhang Pansit. Calbayog's version of pansit comes with the typical noodles, vegetables, seafood, and pork, but has a refreshingly sweet, kick things to the shredded coconut meat mixed in. Baduya nga pasayan is Samar answers to Japanese tempura, fresh shrimps, chopped green onions, salt, and pepper mixed with a batter of flour, water, and baking powder are fried in clumps that turn into these delicious crispy fritters. The fun part of this dish are the biting into the large pieces of several shrimp in the batter, and is definitely the best street food to get for merienda. Saint Michael the Archangel Church, or commonly recognized as Bshm Church, is one of the historic landmarks in the province of Samar. It is a well-preserved 17th century old church, which was built on an elevated land with a huge bell tower on the left side. Inside the church are the artistic stained glass, murals of biblical characters on the ceiling and beautiful altar where the image of Saint Michael the Archangel, the town's patron saint, is rested. September 29 of every year marks the celebration in honor of the patron saint of the town. Bangon Falls is one of the favorite destinations of local and foreign adventurous tourists in Samar. The 60-meter-high waterfalls cascades down the wide and deep plunge pool, which is very suitable for swimming and cliff diving. A 30-minute descent trek following an established trail from Bangon Falls is another beautiful one called Tarangban Falls. It is a beautiful falls of crisscrossing waters as it cascades on a rugged rock cliff into the stream below. These sites can be reached by riding a motorcycle, locally known as habal-habal, then few minutes trek to which falls you want to visit first. Blanca Aurora Falls is a very attractive falls in summer, which is a favorite destination of Samareños and tourists. It may not be as majestic as the others, but is very alluring for swimming and cliff diving, with wide natural swimming pool below the falls and a swimming lagoon on top of it. Stone cliffs of the falls of the considerable height, which makes cliff jumping a very fun doable activity. Tables and cottages are also available for day visitors. Commuters may ride a motorcycle to the falls, then a short trek to reach the site. Pahoy Pahoy Festival are scarecrows used by farmers in the province of Samar. In the town of Caliga, the humble Pahoy Pahoy is an indispensable part of farming, hence they celebrate it through a festival. Pahoy Pahoy Festival of Calbiga Town.
Hello everyone, my name is Richard Ivan Pumpa from Bshm 1A and I'm here to present to you Province of Leyte. So here's are my contents of my presentation. First is introduction, second, history of the province, next, culture and traditions, people of Leyte, language spoken, delicacies and way of living, trivia, tourist spots, and last is festivals. First, we have introduction. Leyte Island, one of the Visayan group in the central Philippines, lying east of Cebu and Bohol across the Camotes Sea. It lies southwest of the island of Samar, with which is linked by 7,093-foot bridge across the narrow San Juanico Strait. The Samar and the Bohol Seas lie on north and south. The Leyte Gulf occupies a large basin between eastern Leyte and southern Samar Island. The island, irregular in shape, has rugged mountain backbone, which reaches its maximum height at Mount Lobby, 4,426 feet, in the center. The complex system of short stream drain northward to Cariaga Bay or westward to Leyte Gulf. The mountains are broken by low gap of narrow part of the island. They're crossed by highway, rolling plains and are found in coastal areas, particularly in north near Tacloban and Ormoc. The island has two major cities, Ormoc and the port of Tacloban. Tacloban and Ormoc, were two of the locals were hit hardest Super Typhoon Haiyan, a powerful tropical cyclone that swept through the central Philippines in the November 2013 and devastated largely of Leyte and other islands. The area 2,785 square miles, including smaller adjacent. Next, we have history of the province. The island of Leyte was once location in Mariete, meaning land of Ite, a historic community which has ruled by Dato Ete, centered in present-day municipality of Leyte, and community was ruled nearby Tan in the oldest state in the entire western Visayas region. Before being colonized by Spain, the island was once home to indigenous Animis Warais to the east and other indigenous Hindu-Buddhist Visayan group to the west. The Spanish explorer Ruy Lopez Villalobos first came to the island in 1543 and named it Las Islas Filipinas. When the Spanish government established government in Cebu and Leyte and Samar became part of the province of Cebu. In 1595, the religious Jesuit established mission in Cariaga, which preceded the mission established in Palo in 1596, and Ormoc and Alangalang mission in 1597. In 1735, Leyte and Samar were separated from Cebu to be established as a single provincial government with Cariaga as first provincial capital. On March 27, 1923, Act Number 3117 was proposed to divide Leyte into Occidental Leyte and Oriental Leyte, but was not proclaimed by the Governor-General of the Philippines. On May 22, 1959, Republic Act Number 2227 was passed into law that separated the 3rd Congressional District of Leyte into separate province of Southern Leyte. During the World War II era, the Leyte provincial capital briefly became a seat of the Philippine Commonwealth government. Next, we have culture and tradition. Periods of Spanish and American colonization means there is so much culture to be enjoyed, from architecture to traditional religion, dances, seen and local celebrations, together Roman Catholicism with Hindu-Buddhist animist folklore. Tacloban, the educational, culture, and commercial center of Eastern Visayas, is a hub for local festivities, but small festivals take place in every town annually. Don't miss Tacloban Santo Niño Shrine and Heritage Museum with its relief of legend of Malakas and Maganda, the first Filipino man and woman, and its painting of the 14th station across by Filipino artists. The Waray originated from Eastern Visayas region of the Philippines, or the modern-day provinces of Leyte, Samar, and Biliran. Waray stereotypes include being musical, happy-go-lucky, laid-back, heavy drinker, and swift to pick bike. Next, we have people of Leyte. Its population as determined by the 2015 census was 1,724,679. This represented 38.84% of the total population of the Eastern Visayas region, 8.90% of the overall population of Visayas Island Group, or 1.71% of the entire population of the Philippines. Majority of the household population in Leyte classified themselves as Binisaya or Bisaya, 39.94%, or Waray, 37.62%. Other ethnic groups include Cebuano, which is 20.25%, Tagalog, which is 0.34%, and Kankanae is 0.11%. Language spoken. Fifth most spoken native regional language is Waray-Waray. Eastern and southern parts of Leyte is Cebuano. Rest of population is Tagalog. Next, we have delicacies. Local delicacy of Binangol. A half coconut shell filled with mashed taro with condensed milk, coconut milk, and egg yolk sold at pavement stall. Abuyog smoron ground sticky rice or cooked in coconut milk flavored with cocoa and tuba. Coconut wine. Local seafood, fresh or salted, feature highly on menus. The culinary tradition of Leyte and Samar blends the local with Chinese, continental European, and American flavors. Next, we have way of living. Most inhabitants are farmers. Fishing is a supplementary activity. Rice and corn are the main food crop. Cash crop include coconuts, abaca, tobacco, bananas, and sugarcane. There are also some manganese deposits, and sandstone and limestone are quarried in the northwest. Next, we have trivia. Leyte Island, one of the Visayan group in the central Philippines, lying east of Cebu and Bohol across the Camotes Sea. It lies southwest of the island of Samar, with which is linked by 7,093 foot or 2,162 meter bridge completed in 1973 across narrow San Juanico Strait. The Samar and Bohol Mindanao seas like the north and the south, and Leyte Gulf occupies the large basin between eastern Leyte and southern Samar Island. Next, tourist spots in Leyte. San Juanico Bridge. Going to Leyte or Samar usually would not to be complete without standard photo stop opportunity and perhaps its single most popular landmark. The San Juanico Bridge is spanned across the San Juanico Strait that separates the island of Leyte and Samar and connects The so-called Pan-Philippine Highway at 2.16 km long, it is the longest bridge in the country that crosses a body of water. First contracted in 1969, this expensive and ambitious project of Marcos regime was only completed in 1973 under the auspice of then First Lady Imelda Marcos. Rumors had it that built in symbol of love President Marcos to Imelda. A native of Leyte urban legend also suggests the blood offering was done to complete the bridge. But regardless of its history, the San Juanico Bridge is truly a magnificent and captivating landmark that one should not miss when in Tacloban. Next, we have MacArthur Landing Memorial National Park. The MacArthur Leyte Landing Memorial National Park, also known as the Leyte Landing Memorial Park and MacArthur Park, is a protected area of the Philippines that commemorates the historic landing of General Douglas MacArthur in Leyte Gulf at start of the campaign to recapture the liberate of the Philippines from Japanese occupation on October 20, 1944. This event led to the largest naval battle or World War II. Also the world's largest naval battle in terms of gross tonnage sunk, and Japan eventually defeat and surrender after almost 3 years. The war memorial is located in the municipality of Palo on Leyte Island in eastern Visayas and is one of the region's major tourist attractions. It was declared a national park on July 12, 1977 through letter of instruction number 772 signed by President Ferdinand Marcos. Next, we have Sambawan Island. Sambawan is a small uninhabited island west of the island municipality of Maripiti. It is a series of interconnecting small land masses surrounded with turquoise and bountiful water, a maritime sanctuary teeming with vivid marine life, and two main islands that make up Sambawan has rocky and hilly terrain carpeted with grass and offering panoramic view of sunrise and sunset in the backdrop of the island of Maripiti, Biliran, Masbate, Samar, and Leyte. Sambawan Island, they say, is Biliran's answer to the paradise. True enough. It is just the manifold of natural attraction of the provincial but starting to become its icon, a stature worthy for this small piece of heaven. Lastly, festival in Leyte. Pintados Kasadyaan Festival. The Pintados Kasadyaan Festival is actually cultural religious celebration in Tacloban based on the body painting tradition of the ancient Natud Pintados warriors. In 1986, the Pintados Foundation Incorporates was formed by the people of Tacloban to organize this festival in honor of Senior Santo Niño. Years later, it was merged with the Kasadyaan Festival, which is always held in June 29. Thank you guys for listening. Again, this is Richard Ivanes Pumpa from Bshm 1A. Have a good day.
Hello everyone, good day. I am Elika Jane A. Racimo and I'm here to discuss with you the province of the Southern Leyte. So, for the introduction, Southern Leyte Province is one of the 6 provinces in the Eastern Visayas region, neighboring Leyte Province in the north, facing the Pacific in the east, Camotes Sea in the west, and Sogod Gulf in the south. It boasts a total landmass of 1,734.8 square kilometers, and its terrain features relatively flat land along its coastal area and rugged mountainous interior regions with many rivers. The province abounds with many sorts of mineral resources, including such metallic minerals as gold, copper, iron, lead, and zinc, and such non-metallic ones as clay, limestone, and marbles. The province has 1 city, 18 municipalities, and 500 barangays, with its capital name Maasi City. Its irrigated population is 383,590, data of 2004, of which 80% is in the countryside. The history of Southern Leyte. As early as 1898, during the Spanish and American periods, some government offices have already been established in Maasin on the southern part of Leyte. Due to distance and difficulty in managing the affairs of government in Tacloban, local leaders proposed a bill in Congress to divide Leyte into two provinces. After several unsuccessful attempts to pass the bill, President Carlos P. Garcia signed the bill into law on May 22, 1959, by virtue of Republic Act 2227, creating the province of Southern Leyte. On July 1, 1960, Southern Leyte was inaugurated as a province with 16 municipalities. Maasin is the capital town and seat of the provincial government. So for the culture and tradition, although most people are Christian, a very few who live in the province hold on to pre-Hispanic influences and make offerings and sacrifices before planting their crops. Farmers ritually sacrifice chicken and pigs to ensure that the spirits or elementals which they believe to be the cause of good harvest will grant them one. So for the language and dialect of the people in Southern Leyte, the mother tongue of the people there is Cebuano, whereas is sometimes spoken, concentrated in some barrios. Furthermore, English and Tagalog is common communication facilities. So for the way of living, most of the people in Southern Leyte go into coconut planting, a widely distributed industry, especially in mountainous and even plain regions. They also go into abaca planting. The province is one of the most major producer of abaca fiber in the country, along with Catanduanes, Leyte, Davao Oriental, Northern Samar, Sorsogon, Sulu, Davao del Sur, and Surigao del Sur. For the delicacies product of the Southern Leyte, first is the bocarillos. You might hear about bukayo, but bocarillo is the Southern Leyte's version of bukayo. It is made up of coconut strips, evaporated milk, egg, sugar, and calamansi juice. Today, bocarillo is one of the most popular delicacies in Southern Leyte. Next is the chocolate moron, superstar in every celebration in Southern Leyte. The chocolate moron is one of the easiest native delicacies to prepare in the province because its ingredients is easy to find anywhere. It is made up of glutinous rice, ordinary rice, coconut milk, sugar, chocolate, and cocoa powder and melted butter. It is wrapped in banana leaves. So for the tourist spot in the Southern Leyte, we have here the Limasawa Island. Limasawa Island is one of the famous tourist spot in the Southern Leyte where the first Catholic Mass in the Philippines took place on Eastern Sunday of March 31, 1521. Places to visit here includes the National Shrine of the First Catholic Mass in the Philippines, First Cross Monument, beaches, fish sanctuaries, dive sites, and caves. So next is the San Pedro and San Pablo Island. These are two most beautiful islands in the province. The island became famous tourist spot in Southern Leyte for its beautiful pebble beaches, clear and clean waters, and relaxing environment. San Pedro Island, also called as Pongdaco, of which in local dialect means big, is bigger than San Pablo. San Pablo Island is also called as Pongamay, which means small. The white coral beaches here are ideal for swimming, surfing, skydiving, and water sport activities. So next is the Napantao Marine Sanctuary. If you love diving and interested in marine life forms, Napantao Marine Sanctuary is the best tourist spot. It features a natural large wall underwater that traps around 50 meters coated with beautiful and colorful diverse corals where schools of fish can be found. Turtles and white-tip reef sharks can also be sighted. We're here in the last part of the presentation, the festival. Sinulog sa Malitbog. Malitbog annually celebrates Sinulog sa Malitbog or Sinumalig as Malitboganos call it every 15th of January in honor its patron, Señor Santo Niño or the Holy Child Jesus. Sinumalig is religious street pageant anticipated by many people. So last, the Sinugdan Festival.
Ferdinand Magellan, a Portuguese navigator in the service of Spain, landed in Limasawa Island on March 31, 1521, where the first Christian Mass in the Orient was celebrated on Easter Sunday. This historic and religious event is commemorated with a cultural presentation and anniversary program dubbed as Sinugdan, meaning beginning.